everyone. It's our Waffle Wednesday.
Yeah, baby!
Currently nearly half 7, 25 past. Got the Jeep Grand Cherokee in today with a Boston audio. Got a load of stuff being drop shipped. We've got a camera to do on the old girl for the tow hitch, fascia kit, CarPlay and Android Auto, all of the fun stuff. And then hopefully, if I've got a bit of time today, I'm going to get back over Rob's. I want to kind of pop the bonnet, remove the covers, and then basically do like a bit of a test, shall we say, to diagnose where this hissing is from, whether it's actually a boost leak in the engine or whether it's the exhaust underneath. Well, it's nothing ever simple, huh? Something else squeaking over there now. We've got yeah, a fairly norm-ski day. We're booking probably a month ahead again at the minute, which is great. As long as everything comes in and we can still get hold of parts, that'd be really lovely. But the sun is shining. It's quite a cloudy day, but we've certainly got bright sunshine just coming up. Haven't really got a lot to tell you for the Waffle. Subscriber count, we've got a few more added. We're about 2,885, so we're still 15 away from the 900s, and then it's on to the 3,000s. So that'd be cool. More subscribers, more followers, more comments, more money. Yeah, that's what we want. More stuff. But I'm going to shut up, enjoy my squeak. Good job I do audio here, at least I can turn the stereo up. It just sounds bad outside there. It does. Do you know what it sounds like? Like somebody come up with it, the Peterbilt truck. It really does sound like that under full load, but also like almost like a Hellcat whine, you know, like a supercharger. It's that whole wee, not as nice, but yeah, that's what it reminded me of. As soon as I accelerated, everyone's like looking at it like, what the hell's in that thing? Doing quarter of miles in my van. I'm Van Diesel. No! See you in a bit. Good morning, everyone. How are we doing? Bit of a strange day. So we had an emergency trip out this morning. The van, I don't know whether it caught fire, but basically there was smoke bellowing out the engine bay, bellowing into the car through my feet and the passenger footwell. There's just smoke inside the car. So I panicked and it's gone to Mercedes. Yes, my friends can look at it. Yes, Si is more than capable, but Mercedes know what should be in a car. Simon's obviously working on the basis of taking some off and putting some on. And because some of the stuff that's put on is not on, and some of the stuff that's taken off has not been put back on, it's just basically like a giant cluster. Fuck. So I've spoke to the lovely girls at reception on Mercedes, battered my eyelids. And they are booking the van in for me for tomorrow, but they've got it now with bravado that they know everything that's going to go on and they're going to write a full report. This morning, yeah, coming into work, it suddenly started bellowing smoke and it became literally physically impossible to drive. I was choking, I was coughing, I had to get out of the car, and that's bloody dangerous. So that's it now, it's gone to Mercedes, so we're chasing it now. But first thing this morning, we've got this lovely Jeep Grand Cherokee. We've got to put a reverse camera on it and an aftermarket head unit, Pioneer fascia kit and all the other bits and bobs that go with it. So I'll see you in a bit. Right then, my dudes, we are finished with the Jeep. Sorry, let me just show you what we've got. Oh. So annoying beeping, that's what we got. Good old Jeep. So there's our fascia kit, there's our Pioneer, looking all lovely. Steering controls work. Now this one's weird, we've got steering controls on the back, cruise controls on the front. It's nice and loud. Obviously this has the Boston premium audio. So a good sounding stereo. Now, the reverse camera, the most important thing was his hitch up. And as you can see, I've angled a downward camera pointing directly at the tow hitch. So that now should bring him in line of where he wants to be. And on the back, just shut that off. On the back, we've got our camera just mounted there, which is going to be viewing directly at the tow hitch itself. So perfect opportunity to pull up, park up and get connected without, you know, going here, there and everywhere else. His wife was messing around with this the other day, trying to hitch up, I think, a horse trailer, and accidentally bumped it. So we're trying to avoid that. Now we should be okay. I don't know why, but my nose has just started exploding and sneezing and coughing, and yes, so I'm gonna go and have some medicine and see you in a bit. Bye. Evening everyone, how we doing? God. Right, so I do pick them. So these guys, what you're about to see, is a local company to me. They are a restoration agent. We have this beautiful XJS Jag. And Muggins here went, yeah, I can put a stereo in that. So, where do we start? 10 centimeters in the rears and the fronts. I've got to take the door card down, and unfortunately I've got the conception that this uses a common earth, which is going to be a nightmare. So I've got 4 speakers, which I need to run cabling through the world's most smallest grommet. I've got a sub and an amp to do. We're going a Kicker Key 500.1 and a downward firing 10 in the boot, so obviously inconspicuous. Kicker KS coaxials, front and rear. And it did have what we refer to in the business as a double knobber stereo. We are swapping it out for a classic looking radio. Obviously you don't want tits on a fish and something modern in here, because that would just be wrong, but that's basically what we're talking about by a double knobber. 1, 2. So that was in here. Down there, unfortunately, the laminate is lifting and slowly flaking off, so I've got to be real careful with this. But that's the parts of the radio, and obviously we've got the center console all in pieces, and I'm having to label wiring. Why do I do it to myself? I don't know. Maybe because it's such a cool car. Anyway, we're putting in the Caliber classic radio. So this is CD, USB, MP3, all of the fun stuff. Looks old school, but not. And what was 2 holes and a slot in the middle for the buttons, I'm now slowly eking out with a pair of tin snips to fit a single din cage. Right now I can't use a grinder or a cutter on this, because introducing heat to this metal panel will lift the leather laminate, so I can't do that. So I've got to do everything manually, which is softly catch the monkey, slowly, and that's the right way to do it. It's the only way to do it. We're also doing a digital we're also doing an electric aerial, which is on the rear quarter here, right at the back. And I'm going to do the same as I did on the Bentley. So we'll fit the electric aerial, but we'll split it at the head unit end so it does DAB and Bluetooth, rather than having a glass mount or any other aerial on this thing looking stupid and not period correct, shall we say. But that's it for today. I haven't heard back from Mercedes. I'm guessing they are still on the case. Or they've been so busy today that they're going to look at it tomorrow. That was the kind of thought process on my behalf anyway, was that they were going to be very busy today, but tomorrow they had time, and she was going to get my bus in and start not ripping it apart, but getting one of their guys to do some diagnostics on it and figure out what the hell they've done wrong. Yeah, fun times. Fun times, all of the best bits. So we'll look forward to that tomorrow and see what happens there. But I better, just looking at this thing, it's lit up like a Christmas tree. So I'm gonna have to shut the doors because we don't want the bulbs burning out on this thing. Just close all those up. And what did I do with the keys? Let me just make sure they're not in the trunk before I lock it, because that would be a junior move. No, keys are there, that's good. So we'll leave this locked up until tomorrow. We've got this for 2 days, so the guy wants it back Friday. Hopefully we can get it done. There may be some late nights in it, but it's cool, right? Look at it, isn't that beautiful? I'm not actually sure whether that's British Racing Green or not. It's close, but it has got a bit of what looks like a gold metallic in it. So maybe that was what they were going for, with a bit of a new age touch. But it's a peach. But I've just got to go nice and gently with it, take my time, and not ruin it. But that's it for Wednesday. I don't know. Taking a chaser home. I'm gonna make some noises, crank these tunes up, distract myself from my mundane life of working and sleeping and shitting and eating. See you all in the morning. Toodle pip. Morning, everybody. We are 7:15 and it is a Thursday. Nearly at single digits. 10, 11 degrees this morning. Just on my way into the shop. And today and tomorrow we have got continuation of the Jaguar. Couple of things to note is everything on it is very old and very fragile, so I've got to be a little bit careful. It has common earths on the speaker feeds, so we're going to have to GoPro battery change. Yes, we have common earths on the speaker channels, so we need to run new cables everywhere, as well as new power, new ground, remote, ignition. We've got to find a place to hide the kicker key, and we've got to fit the DAB or electric aerial and then a DAB FM splitter. We've got all the boost because it's nice and cold this morning. Sounds so good. Yeah, and I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm not looking forward to it. I'm dreading it, actually. It's going to be a full-on job. I like to map things out in my head, and I was actually thinking about things last night so much that I didn't sleep. So I woke up at about 2:30, 3 o'clock and was just thinking about the job and what I needed to do and, you know, all that stuff. So I feel tired already. I've not even started the day, and I've got a feeling I'm going to be working late tonight. Hopefully we monster through it and everything is not what I think it's going to be, and we can just get it done. That'd be nice. That would be nice. More road closures in Swindon, I see, while the council plays Matchbox Cars and decides what they want to do with roads. We're still in the shorts, but I've got a hoodie on. The shorts are going to be around as long as I can physically keep them. I do like wearing shorts, nice and fresh. But that's pretty much it. Full day on the Jag. Gonna get into work, get some breakfast, wake my ass up with a coffee and figure out what the hell I'm doing today. I want to get out in the cars this weekend. I feel like going for a drive, so we may have to do C&M on Saturday night, I think. The only good thing about weather like this is people tend to pack away the special cars that like they're afraid of winter with them. So you're not necessarily turning up somewhere and being refused entry because there's no spaces left, or booking tickets and they're already sold out. You can just turn up and there's space for you, which is a good thing. But we're going to get off to work. The sunset is just sunset. Hello. The sunrise is just coming up. Nice big golden sunshine. We'll see you all in a minute. Morning everyone. We are a few hours in. I started early this morning, and I tell you what, this thing's kicking my ass. It's really hard to take apart. It's lots and lots and lots of hand-built parts. Like, yeah, really difficult. So I've just finished this door, so there is a kicker speaker in there now. I've also started looking at the electric aerial, which is wedged in behind the rear light and the petrol tank, which is also fun. That was our rear speaker that was in the passenger side rear door. I've just got the driver's side one out, this one, and I'm just going to take this out, and then we're going to put in this little bad boy here. So we're going to get the KS speaker in there. 10 centimeters coaxial, no space for tweeters. It wouldn't look good, but yeah, so far so good. It's just being difficult. So I'm going to keep cracking on. I'll come back to you in a bit. See you soon. Right then, buds. Just after lunch, just had some pasta. Trying to get my energy up for this thing. So it's annoying. I seem to be taking more and more of this car apart. It's a nightmare. We've ordered a different aerial because I can't get the electric one in. I can't get it small enough, and the end of it's just fallen out. So that's a no-go. I found a way through the back. We've got the seat out, so I can start running a power cable, a signal cable for the sub amp. The carpet is stuck down, so I've gently had to lever it up just so I can get a cable from front to back, and I've had to order another amplifier. So the Kicker Key 500 is currently out of stock, so we're going with the smaller JL variant, just as good. We like JL products, but we got that coming in tomorrow. So currently the speakers are done. I'm just, as you can see, the cage is now fitted in the head unit hole. So we've got now the stereo in the right size ready to go in there. I'm going to start doing the connections for all the speakers, figuring out what does what, left, right, front, back, that kind of stuff. We're trying to find a place in the passenger side dash area to put the JL amplifier, and then I can run one feed up into the subwoofer, and then I can start putting this stuff back together. And then I've got to try and work out how I'm going to do the splitter for the mast, which is going to do DAB and FM. It's going to be a long night. See you in a bit. Evening everyone, how are we doing? Just turn this down. Right, end of Thursday. I got a lot done. I've had to order a different amplifier. Obviously we've got the JL one coming, that's arriving tomorrow. What am I shutting the door for? I want to show you stuff. So the interior started to go back in it, but in the front I've started to solder in the connections that I need for my aftermarket radio. Big old earth strap, we'll do something with that. But obviously that's where the radio is going to sit. We've got all the fascia cut. I just need to make sure that I can get this thing back together. We've had some damage to the walnut. This is starting to lift, so I've got to be real careful with this. I've already chipped it where this thing found it. Unfortunately, I unplugged the earth strap and it whacked the dash and it's chipped the walnut. But she is an old girl. Let's be honest, she is an old girl. Oh. So we've got cable run for the back. We've got to put a sub in tomorrow. We've got to do the aerial. I've ordered a manual aerial. We are going to have to do an aftermarket, the Jaguar one. So the body of the aerial sits here. The motor sits in the trunk down there, and it kind of curves the aerial up and down that way because I don't have space for that in there. And then we've got head unit ready to go in, wiring done, aerial's coming tomorrow morning. So I've got aerial and the amplifier to do, and then hopefully that arrives early enough for me to get them finished, get the car put back together, tested, tuned, and one happy customer. That's what we're aiming for. But I tell you what, I'm beat. It's been a blooming long day. I feel knackered, absolutely knackered. I'm happy we've got where we have. Now I've got hiccups, I want to talk to you. I'm happy we've got where we have. There's still a long way to go, but I think the majority of the donkey work is done. So hopefully I can sleep tonight and not worry about that. But yeah, we're going to put that thing in there tomorrow. So retro radio. I do want to get out and about in the cars, either the Lotus or the Chaser. I need to go out and have a little burn at the weekend, give myself a little night off. I think we've worked hard for it this week. It's been full on, so hopefully everything goes to plan. We get the car finished, and I can breeze into the weekend knowing full well that we've got a night off and we can do either some filming with the lads, eat pizza, nachos, whatever, have a good break. It's wifey's birthday coming up soon. She doesn't really know what she wants, so she wants to go out for a nice meal, that's what she said. But we have discussed before, obviously her cube has already got a head unit and bits and bobs in it, but she does want me to load it full of stereo stuff, so it's kicking. So I think for her birthday I'm going to grant that wish, and I'm going to give her a bit of a banging stereo in the cube. Obviously she's got the Sony and the head unit. The Sony is already in there, the head unit, let's learn to talk, but she wants the speakers and the amp and all that to match the head unit, so I think I'm doing that for a birthday. But anyway, I'm waffling, shutting up shop, going home, gonna take a chill pill, rest for the evening. So I'll see you all soon, bright and early in the morning. Hopefully amp comes quick enough and I can get all that buttoned up, and then we're setting up and tuning and making sure everything fits. Wish me luck. See you in the morning, everyone. Bye.